Hi guys, Diane here. So I just have a quick question for you. Looking back on the past year, are you secretly just a little bit jealous of your friends or maybe even your competitors who have had the bandwidth for big sales pushes, big launches all year, even through the end of the year, while you were stuck, struggling to deliver services that you sold 1 month, 2 months, 3 months ago, and you don't even have time to strategically think about how you're going to create breathing room in your business, let alone think strategically about what you're going to do to grow your business next year. If this sounds like you, then you are in the right spot because that's exactly what we're going to talk about today. If you don't know me, hi, I'm Diane Lam. I am the founder and CEO of Diane Lam Co., and I am your resource for all things systems, automations, and operations so that you can level up your business, level up your life, and live by your own rules. So let's get into it. So, year end can be really triggering for a lot of my clients and for a lot of people out there because this is a time of year where you see a lot of coaches, you see maybe your friends, you see your competitors even, who are posting their year end results, who are outlining how well they did this year and all the things that they're going to do that are going to help them really grow and be impactful and be strategic next year. And this is really triggering because your capacity is staring you right in the face because you might be thinking, wow, I don't have the time or the headspace to do another launch, to launch another service or program, or I had the same idea as that person, but I just couldn't get it together. And I couldn't launch it this year. I don't have the time, I don't have the space, I don't have the resources to quite do it. But other people can do it. Other people who are my competitors can do it. So then you see your capacity really looking you at the face, right? You see that you are leaving money on the table. You see your competitors continuing to launch and sell. You see your coach making business look super easy. So maybe you start to think, what the heck is wrong with you? For some reason, you specifically can't seem to get it together. You can't get past working overtime just to maintain your business. And you can't really do more without giving up things like sleep, eating, or seeing your family and friends. So, what's wrong with you? Why can't you seem to pull it all together and really leverage your business? So, listen up because there's nothing wrong with you. You do not have a strategy issue. You do not have a marketing issue. You do not have a sales issue. So before you run off and hire another coach or think you need another assistant or you need to add someone to your team or you need another strategist, listen up before you go there because I see this all the time. It's actually really, really common. Your business has grown super fast. You've built everything on the fly and you're really stuck in that growth build phase where you're just layering more things on top of your business, right? So you make tweaks, you make adjustments, but you're mostly putting band-aids on your business and you've never really focused on maybe the foundation, maybe your core functions. Maybe you haven't really looked at those things or you haven't really dove deep into them. And this is actually really, really common for high growth business owners. But because you've grown so quickly and you've kind of stacked all of these things on top of each other within your business, it's like building your business on quicksand. Things were a little shaky from the start, and as you put more stuff on top of it, it's only a matter of time before things start to fall down, fall off, and the whole thing starts to crumble just a little bit, all right? So this is when you start to see issues starting to snowball. This is where you start to see little issues, little things that used to annoy you become really big problems. Things like delivering your products and services to clients. Maybe there were some small delays that you could deal with before, but when you get to a point where you are growing so fast and you are hitting capacity, these issues snowball into larger ones where now delivering products and services become really, really hard. More balls are being dropped. Client satisfaction is dropping. Clients might be complaining or they might have gotten incomplete deliveries. They might not have gotten all of the things that you promised them within their program. There are delays in delivery, and in order to make room for those delays, you then have to shift all the things, all the projects down the line, and it has a whole ripple effect downstream. That's what happens with a lot of business owners who go through this high growth of build, grow, build, grow, build, grow, and they don't really ever take time to examine the foundation of their business, their core infrastructure, their core business functions. I actually had a client who was in this exact situation. She is an amazing coach. She had a great reputation in the field, and she did an awesome job, and she signed a six-figure client. And that was so exciting for about 5 seconds, because shortly thereafter, the wheels started to fall off in the business. And the reason for this was because my client was the one holding together the entire business. She was the one working all hours. She was the one doing sales. She was the one doing delivery. She was picking up slack for her team across the board. And that second that big contract came in, it sent the whole thing crashing down, because they didn't have the time to really be the one holding the business together anymore, right? There was no standardization, there were no templates, there were no systems, there were no processes, there were no policies. And when my client then became an even bigger bottleneck in her own business, right? So if you are stuck in this build, grow, build, grow, build, grow cycle, and you are starting to feel some of the effects of, oh yeah, we're starting to lose momentum, like some of these issues are starting to snowball into bigger challenges, bigger problems, what do you do? This might actually be really hard to do, but the first thing that you need to do is slow down, right? Slow things down. And this can be really difficult if you have a lot of things coming into the pipeline. It can be really hard to turn someone away when they're waving a check at you, right? Like you might have clients who are waiting, customers who are waiting, but you have to slow down. It is really, really difficult to fix operational issues within your business if you are going a million miles an hour at the same time. If that's what you want to do and you refuse to slow down, just know that it's going to take a lot longer for you to really fix and rebuild and strengthen the infrastructure within your business. So I really highly suggest that you slow down just a little bit, just enough so that you can really examine the core functions within your business. Next, you're going to rebuild and reinforce the core functions within your business, right? You're going to look at sales, look at marketing, look at client services, look at delivery, how you deliver your services. You're going to look at your internal infrastructure, look at your team growth, your team management, look at all of those core functions within your business. Rebuild the systems that run these core functions, or build them if they don't exist at all, and strengthen. So you can strengthen how the overall business functions operate, and that you are no longer the bottleneck. There should be no bottlenecks in your business if you have the right systems and infrastructure in place to manage those operations and those core functions of your business. All right. And then step 3 is adoption. Get on board the systems train. All right. This means everyone. It means you as the owner and the CEO, and it means everyone else who touches your business as well. You as the CEO really set the tone, and you set the lead for how quickly these new processes, how quickly your new foundation is integrated into your business. If you're like, meh, this didn't really work for me, I'm not really that into it, everyone else should do it, but I'm not going to do it, that is a surefire way for things not to get adopted, for people in your team to say, oh, well, our boss doesn't use it, the owner of the company doesn't even use it, so why do I have to do it? I've been in this situation before where I implemented a big software system for a company that I worked at, and no one wanted to use it. All they heard were the people at the top of our leadership saying how terrible the tool was, how awful it was, how they never used it. So guess what? No one used it, and it was a waste of a lot of money for a very, very long time. So get on the adoption train. Make sure that you are using and integrating the new foundation that you have just built. All right. And then finally, step 4 is have some patience, right? Don't ditch the new processes, the new systems, the new foundation just because it's outside of your comfort zone and it doesn't return immediately. Like, I set it up today. Why don't I have results tomorrow? Right? It takes a little bit of time for a foundation within your business and your systems and your processes to really integrate. So give it the appropriate amount of time and runway. The bigger your operation, the longer time you need, the more runway you need to really integrate. Be patient so that you can give yourself that time to integrate without the pressure, knowing that, okay, I need to do this immediately. I need to do this immediately. Otherwise, like, my deadline is tomorrow. I'm just going to turn it off, right? You want to stay away from that and just have a little patience so that things can fully integrate and you have that strong foundation and it's really fully reinforced across everyone who has a touch point within your team. Be realistic and be patient about how long it's going to really take you to integrate. These are the steps to implement now to increase your capacity and really set you up for year-round sales, year-round launches that are easy. So if you are overwhelmed and at capacity in your business and you want an expert at your side to do the heavy lifting to rebuild the foundation of your business, you might be a good fit for my Up-Leveled Business service. Apply for a Level Up Business Assessment call with me so you can see how easily we can level up your business and level up your life. All right, the link is in the bio. And until next time, bye.